lock videos and how other people are caring for their locks, who doesn't have oil in it, who's free-forming, what people with really fine hair and fine locks do. We can also tap into human excellence. Greetings, this is Body-Culinary, and I'm here today with just a reflection on human excellence. And at times I reflect, and I was just reflecting this early day on how much I am a lover of learning. I really love learning, and from the time I was a small child, I had this vision of learning every language in the world, because I remember there was a Bible story that was shared. I don't remember the whole story, but just this story, and it was a Bible story, and there was a book, and it had a picture of all these human beings with a flame over each person's head. And the story kind of went like God, so-called, separated us all into different groups with different languages. So I don't remember the goal of the story or whatever, but I remember seeing that image of all these different human beings, some of them different shades or colors in the book, and thinking they couldn't speak to each other. I remember thinking, I want to speak every language in the world. And so I have a love for languages. I think I even have an ear for language that is driven by my desire. And also, I was just reflecting on studying. So I was studying and researching how people learn, how we learn. I'm always so interested in why we do the things that we do and how we learn. So in this age of YouTube and YouTube videos and technology, we can really use it to numb out, just binge watch mindless things or gossip. And we can also use them, like I realized about books when I was a young girl, to tap into what other people are thinking, what new discoveries have been made, and ways to be more efficient. Just like we can binge watch lock videos and how other people are caring for their locks, who doesn't have oil in it, who's free-forming, what people with really fine hair and fine locks do. We can also tap into human excellence. So I was just studying this Indian young man who is a student at Cambridge University, and how he studies. And some of the things I thought were really interesting was that he was studying with groups of people, so Indian, which I guess is cultural or ethnic group, and then somebody British, Caucasian, a couple of Asian folks, these different folks. And I noticed that there was some fun integrated in how they were learning. I thought it was really wonderful how this young man, he was using the iPad to take notes, and he was explaining and sharing how he's taking notes, because I know I, for one, feel overwhelmed by a whole lot of stuff and acquiring a lot of stuff and collecting paper. I take a lot of notes of ideas and different things like that, so I would like to go paperless. So I'm researching how to go paperless. So I come across how this man is studying, and I study how different people study and study efficiently. And I want to bring that back to my point, or what is really making me reflect this early day, is we can be so distracted or focused on ideologies or people's concepts of religion, or focus on fears, who they're sleeping with, or if they're practicing black magic, or just all these things that are so fear-based. And just want to look at accomplishment and economics, and as a mother, what I desire, what makes me excited, is learning. And I love learning also that I can share it with folks in my community, especially in my son, my sisters, women in my community, people I come across, because it's exciting to figure out more efficient ways to learn. And I know a concern for many people, I'm sure many mothers and families, and mothers and fathers, is how are you going to pay for your child's education? And for me, I realized a long time ago, I'm not necessarily attached to where the education comes from. I'm more concerned with the result, and the result being someone that is healthy mentally and emotionally, someone that is excited about learning, because I think when we're relaxed and we're having fun, we're learning more. That my son and younger members of my community, and even adults, that we can learn new information and skills to help us share in the world the gifts that we have, the things that we desire to do them well, do things we enjoy, provide service, and get compensated for doing what we like, in an exchange system. That's I always say to my son, I want you to do work that you really, really love, that provides value, and get paid top dollar, or be remunerated to bring money, economics, the system of economics. So I know for many folks in the Black community, doesn't speak to the whole community, but definitely a community I've come out of, community at large, in all communities, you're concerned about how can you and your offspring generate economics, and value, and deliver it efficiently in a worldwide marketplace. And I think that technology really allows us to tap into ideas, whether it's this young man in medical school and all of his friends, what he's doing, because I always plan on whatever information I find, sharing it with my son. I think sometimes in my drive to provide him with tools, that I can even overwhelm him with information. And we know it's easy to be overwhelmed with information, and there's only but so much of a bandwidth that you have to think about things and study things before you can get fizzled out, right? Only so much information can fit on the bandwidth at one time. So I was also researching how I can share videos with my son in a way that doesn't overwhelm his Facebook Messenger or Dropbox. So I'm looking for efficient ways to communicate with my son. I'm always looking at more efficient ways to communicate, so that I'm able to listen to he and my sister and other people, able to listen to them and be able to give them the gift of my listening. And I also want to be listened to too. So I research communication, and I have to say, moments that I'm really touched, moved, and inspired by other human beings is when I'm learning from them, and understanding that other human beings have something to offer, because it's so easy to get distracted and divided by the other stuff. I saw a play that didn't cost me more than $5 today with my sister, and it was really wonderful because it was so quote unquote out of the box. And it was just really inspiring to see this artist so comfortable in her own skin at her age, with some gray in her body type, and her experience, and sharing it in full authenticity. It was really excellent. It was just one of those moments where I was just so inspired by just human beings in general. So I just say that to say it just really gave me inspiration, more direction on where I would like my channel, my experience to go beyond food. I love everything that has to do with health and food and natural beauty and natural hair, and contributing my own unique expression, to the conversation. And I'm so big on mothers being able to be sourced and inspired and fed, right? Just as much as we feed, move, and inspire our community, we need to dance, we need to express, we need to find other ways to create honorable economics that is creative and in integrity, and to provide those tools for our children and our offspring in this world, because our children have to share the planet together. And I love sharing me and my culture as a person of the African diaspora, of the melanated, Black, whatever you want to call it, diaspora, because it's all of that. And I love my culture. I really enjoy learning from other human beings. I love, old roller skating, classic roller skating music. I love cornrows. I love uniqueness of my hair. And I think it's really important to share your contribution in the world unapologetically and joyously. So this is what my hair is looking like. I'm loving it, learning all the time. I've got some other food haul videos coming up, and just some exciting sharings on what I find at the market. Please check out my website if you're interested in finding some delicious alternatives to eating animal flesh and working on a budget and doing it in a really beautiful high-end kind of way. Check out Natural Beauty No Products on the Body-Culinary.com website, and like, share, comment, and subscribe. How would you like to be free from eating animal flesh, animal products, and be released once and for all from junk food addiction? All with delicious, whole, fresh, plant-based alternatives. Contact me for coaching and living foods preparation classes. Peaceful food, cruelty-free to your body temple, the animals, and the environment. Check the Body-Culinary.com website. See you soon.